Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna be looking at HOAs because we all really love HOAs. Before we continue with this love fest, please consider liking and subscribing and let's get right into it. Now, I'm gonna be looking at quick statistics for HOAs, which should be abolished. Oh, I don't know where that came from. I think it is being possessed by an anti HOA spirit. But let's look real quick at HOA. We're going to be looking at the states that have lots of HOA state rankings. We're going to be looking at the average price monthly or annual amount. So we will see basically this article from Dollop. I found it very interesting because it covers almost everything. So the key takeaways are there are 10 states with the lowest percentage of homes belonging to HOAs. We're gonna which are mostly in the Midwest, in the South, namely Oklahoma, Mississippi, Arkansas. Those states don't really like HOAs. About 35% of homeowners spend more on HOA fees than their monthly mortgage payments, which is crazy to me. HOA fees were significantly affected by inflation. Of course, there was a rising cost. Gen Z make up 47% of HOA memberships, but baby boomers really, really love being part of the HOA. So, okay, let's do a quick look now. In the United States, there are three types of associations. We have HOA, we have condo communities, and co ops. HOAs make 60% of these associations. Uh, Let me just skip past all that. Let's get to the juicy parts of this. So, for the most part, people normally they like HOA in the beginning because you don't have to go out and cut your own grass. But then once you start getting the fines and all these things that you cannot do in your own house that you're paying for or you paid for, it's not all love like that at the end of it. So, okay, let's see statistics. HOAs are most popular in California with 4.9 million homes belonging in HOAs. Now, if we go state by state, California, we have 37% of the homes are in HOA. Florida, I think is the state with the most HOAs. They come in at 45%. I think if you're going to be buying a home in Florida, it's going to be quite difficult for you to find one without an HOA because already the housing market is terrible. So if you're singling out looking specifically for one without HOA, you're going to be in trouble. We have Texas also coming in with 20%. The 10 states with the lowest percentage of HOAs, that's in Kentucky, New Mexico, Kansas. We have Alabama, Nebraska, South Dakota, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Arkansas. The fewest HOAs are, in those states I've mentioned. Less than 5% of homes are part of HOA. Now, the median home value across the 10 states with a lower percentage of HOA is less than 200,000. So I do not know if HOAs really do play that big of a role in the value of the home. Some people believe it does. For me, I might need to research more on that, but I will be avoiding HOAs like a plague. Let me just say that I'd rather mow my own lawn. I'd rather do all those things The average monthly HOA fee is $469, which is 200% higher. That's in Missouri than in Wisconsin. Normally, it averages 300, 400 in 43 states. That's quick math. That's gonna be like 3,500, between 3,000 and 4,000, I think, in a year for HOA fees. So Missouri has the highest average for HOA fees, which is surprising because everything is expensive in California, so I would expect them to be the most expensive, but if Missouri has them beat, that's quite interesting. Florida is also having quite higher fees. We have Texas there. Now, well, Florida, man, I don't know how people in Florida are really doing it because you have to pay HOA fees, and I'm pretty sure there is a huge issue with homeowners insurance in Florida. The rates are going way high, and there's an issue. I think I made a video about it. I might link it at the end of this about the insurance problem in Florida. So, well, these are rather interesting facts that, West Virginia and Mississippi HOA exceeds 3% of the median home value. Now, the costs. In a survey among homeowners, about 1 in 3 people say they belong in HOA, dishing out more than their monthly mortgage payments. I'm sorry for those 1 in 3. An average of $291 on monthly fees is being spent as part of HOA, which is $3,500 in a year. Well, 91% see HOAs have gone. Of course, I would guess that's due to inflation. Management cost for 92% increased expenses in HOAs. So that's what insurance costs, maintenance, staffing, landscape service. Well, why? I mean, if anybody is part of HOA here, I would really like to know why, whether they like it or they hate it. For the most part, I've seen people, they really do not like it, but they're just like trapped in it. They have to live with it. But if they had an option, they would not. So it just goes on and on into details about, the board members and all these things. Basically, it's not looking good. They're going to keep on increasing and increasing. So what's the perception towards HOAs? For 44% of homeowners, being a member of HOA is an important factor in buying their homes and are happy with their decisions. About 1% say they wanted to be an HOA but regretted it after purchasing. That's what I was saying before. More than half, 57% of HOA members reported that they're happy with their membership as it makes their lives easier. So it's not all hate, but the people who hate it, they really do. Landscaping is the most common service. I think that would have been obvious. Then we have security, sports and leisure, amenities. And some think, 63% think it's fairly priced. Well, I would not like to be dishing out $350 or $400 extra on top of mortgage for HOA. I'll figure out how to mow the grass. Only about 15% received a violation, so then it's surprising. I didn't know that. I thought they were going left and right dishing out tickets and violations, like the police tickets. Okay, landscaping is normally the most common violation. That makes sense. More than half baby boomers, 52%, love HOAs. Gen Zs, not so much. 39% millennials love HOA and 27% hate them. Okay, more than half or previous HOA board members love being a part of. Of course, they would love it. If if you're a board member, you would love it. I would love it too if I was part of the board of HOA. Whenever, okay, let's see. So it just keeps going on and on and on. Well, millennials and Gen Z never attend HOA meetings. I'm guessing boomers they do attend. So it's really deep research into this HOA thing completely. I've never seen these very specific breakdowns, percentages, and everything. Around 35% of homeowners agree HOA rules have improved parking regulations. I think that one I would like though, because sometimes if your neighbor likes to park right next to your driveway or blocking your driveway, a HOA would help with that. So yeah, it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. But that's really it. The average in America is 3,500. The state with the most is Florida, and inflation increased HOA homeowners association. Are they good? Some 57% are glad. Violations are not that common. So yeah, that was an interesting article. Let me know what you think of HOAs. Do you like them? Do you hate them? You have no opinion? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share the video on all the networks. I will see you on the next one.
Oh my goodness, all the networks! Wow! All the networks!